Before the world called them Jews, who were they? And where did they come from? Have you ever wondered where the Jewish people, one of the world's oldest civilizations, came from? In this episode, we'll trace their origins, from nomadic beginnings to the foundation of a global culture. We'll explore their story in the ancient Near East, the role of Abraham and Moses, the Exodus from Egypt, the rise and fall of Israel and Judah, and how the Jews endured exile and diaspora. Welcome to History Vault. To begin, we travel back about 4,000 years to the ancient Near East, home to some of the earliest civilizations. To the east lay Mesopotamia, with powerful city-states like Ur and Babylon. To the southwest was Egypt, ruled by mighty pharaohs. Between them was Canaan, along the eastern Mediterranean coast, a small but vital land that would become the birthplace of the Jewish people. These regions were deeply connected through trade, culture, and religion. In this crossroads, the Jewish story begins. According to the Hebrew Bible, it starts with one man, Abraham, from the city of Ur. Abraham believed he heard a call from a single, all-powerful God, telling him to leave his home and travel to Canaan. He obeyed, and there God made a covenant with him. Abraham would become the father of a great nation if he and his descendants worshipped only this one God. This covenant became the foundation of Jewish faith and identity. Abraham had two sons, Ishmael, seen as ancestor of the Arab peoples, and Isaac, who carried on the Jewish line. Isaac's son Jacob, later renamed Israel, fathered 12 sons, who became leaders of the 12 tribes of Israel. These tribes formed the core of early Israelite society and tied the people's identity to both the land of Canaan and their faith. During a famine, Jacob's family sought refuge in Egypt, welcomed thanks to Joseph, one of Jacob's sons who had risen to power there. At first they prospered, but over time the Egyptians enslaved them, forcing harsh labor upon the Israelites. In their suffering, a new leader arose, Moses. Born during a time when Hebrew boys were ordered killed, he was placed in a basket on the Nile and rescued by Pharaoh's daughter. Raised as an Egyptian prince, he later discovered his true identity. After killing an Egyptian overseer, Moses fled to the desert, where he encountered God in a burning bush. God commanded him to return and free his people. Moses confronted Pharaoh, demanding, "Let my people go." When Pharaoh refused, Egypt was struck by plagues, ending with the death of the firstborn. The Israelites were spared by marking their doors with lamb's blood, a moment still remembered in the festival of Passover. Broken by grief, Pharaoh let them go. As the Israelites fled, Pharaoh pursued them. At the Red Sea, Moses raised his hand, parting the waters for his people to cross. The Egyptians followed, but the waters closed, destroying them. This miraculous escape, known as the Exodus, became a defining symbol of liberation and divine protection. In the wilderness, the Israelites reached Mount Sinai. There, Moses received the 10 Commandments, which became the spiritual and moral foundation of their society. This moment marked a new covenant. The people were bound not only by ancestry, but also by shared faith and law. After years of wandering, they entered Canaan under Joshua's leadership. They settled the land, at first living under tribal leaders known as judges. Eventually, they established a monarchy. Saul was the first king, but it was David who united the tribes and made Jerusalem the capital. His son Solomon built the first temple, which became the center of Jewish worship and symbol of their bond with God. After Solomon's death, the kingdom split. Israel in the north and Judah in the south. This division weakened them. In 722 BCE, Assyria conquered the northern kingdom, scattering its people, the lost tribes. Judah survived longer, but in 586 BCE, Babylon invaded, destroyed the temple, and exiled the Jews. Exile could have ended their identity, but instead, it reshaped it. Without the temple, worship shifted to synagogues and study of the Torah. Jewish life adapted, proving resilient even far from Jerusalem. In 539 BCE, Persia conquered Babylon. King Cyrus allowed the Jews to return and rebuild the temple. Completed in 516 BCE, the Second Temple marked a spiritual renewal. During this time, the identity of the people as Jews solidified, especially after the return from exile. From Abraham's journey to the return from Babylon, the Jewish story is one of faith, struggle, and resilience. It laid the foundations not only for Judaism, but also for cultures and religions worldwide. If you enjoyed this exploration of the Jewish people's origins, please like and subscribe for more. Which origin story should we cover next? Share your thoughts in the comments. Until next time, keep your minds open.